we're dedicated to helping Pinoys make a living online. We are into online freelancing, so that's why meron po kaming mga content like this. We have seminars, webinars, and if you go to our group sa file section, marami po kami itong mga pwede niyong basahin, tips and tricks on how to do stuff, how to win a client. We will also have content and topics later on about blogging and online shops. So if you guys are also interested in that, we want to have a holistic approach in earning online and not just freelancing. We also want to earn online through blogging, through online shops, e-commerce, ganun. So, nasa plano pa po namin in the future. So we have done 4 seminars. First was in Fairview, Quezon City. Next was Alabang, Muntinlupa, and then Cavite, tapos Marikina last month, and then, well, this month wala, but may announcement po kami later on sa November. Okay, so again, we do 2 to 3 webinars on sa isang buwan revolving one topic, and October is all about marketing, and that's why we have Ginger Arboleda to help us dun sa marketing 101 natin. And these are from people with proven track records of success and verifiable track records. Okay, so Ginger is a friend and she is a serial entrepreneur. She is the CEO and founder of Manila Workshops. So if you guys would like to know, like to learn more, mas gusto niyo yung in-person, check out Manila Workshops. And she is also the COO of Taksumo. But, okay, hide ko lang to. She likes to call herself a startup business and a marketing coach. So to us, she is Mommy Ginger. And if nakita niyo yung email namin, she graduated with a master's degree in communication, major in integrated marketing. Wow, ang haba, Bes.
Ang haba naman yan.
Ang haba ng sabihin importante talaga. Sabihin alam po talaga niya yung sinasabi niya. Pag mahaba, yun na yun. Kidding. But yeah, I do know na you work for years sa Bangko. Account manager.
Yes, correct.
Yes, and then after that, you went na sa startups, nag-start ka na ng sarili mo or parang nag-vlog ka muna?
Actually, nag-vlog ako before ako nag-bank.
Oh, okay.
So, mas matagal na akong vlogger.
Wow, okay. So, baka itap ka rin namin sa vlogging.
Pwede.
Okay, so let me just stop sharing my screen and you can share your screen na, Ginger, and you can take it from there.
Okay, sige. Let me share my screen. Wait. Sorry. Desktop, share screen. And then, there. Okay. Can you see it? Wait.
Okay, I can see it on my,
Sige. If ever, Tetot, just tell me kung may mga questions sila ha, or if they need clarification on certain stuff.
Okay.
Kasi what I see lang is my own presentation. I can't see yung chat box.
Yes.
Yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, game na tayo. Game na kayo, guys.
Game na, guys. Okay na? Nakapagkape na ba kayo?
May notebook na?
Oo daw, notepad daw. Game na daw.
Thank you sa pagkuha ng notepad at pad paper. Oh my God. Ba't ko sinabing pad paper?
Yellow pad. Oh my God.
Yellow pad, wala lang. Ang tanda ko na. Anyway, thank you for introducing me, Tetot. So, just siguro as an add-on lang dun sa mga sinabi mo. I've been an avid fan of marketing all of my life. Ever since siguro I would say high school pa ako, I really had that fascination of looking at how buyers and sellers would interact with each other. Kasi mahilig ako sa mga little negosyo, alam mo yun, entrepreneur on the side, nagbebenta sa classmates. Tapos ever since, I've been fascinated on different ways on how I could market my services or yung kung ano man product binibenta ko at a given time to different people. So, in terms of like how I've live, no, I think this fascination has really brought me and has taught me a lot of things. The fascination of observing people, the fascination of learning how to effectively promote and market a product. So lahat yon, parang nagamit ko lahat ng learnings in developing courses like this, in
Yes.
creating my own products,
Mhm.
in selling Manila workshops. So well, obviously I graduated marketing. So itong creating a marketing plan, ito yung ginagawa talaga namin ng college, and ginagawa namin siya like per subject. So so yung knowledge talaga in terms of like theories and the principles will never change. Yun
Mhm.
yung gusto kong i-share sa inyo, na the principles of marketing will never change. The tactics, the context on how you absorb it or how you use it and implement it later on or even now
Mm-mm.
is that yun yung nagbabago.
Mm-mm.
Kasi diba, yung mga, for example, strategies like email marketing, wala namang email dati.
Mm-mm.
So that's why meron ng mga ganyang klaseng types of marketing, no? That's the implementation part of it will change, but the basics of how marketing is done will still remain. So so yan, a little bit about myself. Yes, I'm the CEO of Manila Workshop, CEO of Taxumo, and I'm currently addicted to K-drama.
K-drama and skincare.
Yes, K-drama and skincare. And you can find me at Ginger Arboleda. So, kilala ako ni Tetot. I try to answer all of your questions. Um, if I have the time naman, I will answer. So, medyo mabagal sometimes kasi nga I get a lot of messages, pero I will definitely get to answer your messages and inquiries after this. So, I want this to be a very interactive session. So, if you have any questions on the slides that I'll be presenting, on the topic that I'll be presenting, feel free to ask na lang sa chat box, and
Mm-mm.
then Tetot, just feel free to distract me, no, from anything, and ask me yung question nila and
Sure.
concern.
Yes.
So, suggestions even. Okay. So for today, this is actually about Marketing 101. Um, and a bit about creating the marketing plan that you want. No? So the parts of a marketing plan, marami siya, but I'll try to go through it in this presentation. So we'll go through the company and brand audit, target market, defining your marketing objective, the USP of the company or the brand, or brand positioning, the customer contact points and basics of marketing funnel, creating strategies, prioritization, and timeline. So all of these actually are different subjects. Pag nag-college kayo and marketing yung course nyo, you'll go through it on different with different teachers kasi different subject siya. Usually, syempre, matagal yan. But I'll try to go through it, as fast as I can today. Pero at least maintindihan nyo yung basic concepts of all of these things. And you can actually come up with your own simple marketing plan.
Yes.
Okay, so I suggested to Tetot that we study this, no, because it's very important. As a freelancer, I know maraming freelancers who are listening, and I'm sure there are a few entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs as well. Um, the reason why we need to understand really marketing, okay, for freelancers muna, sometimes kasi, diba, as we guide, maraming VAs dito, as we guide our clients, as we understand yung tasks that are given to us, a lot of it are based on the client's understanding of their own marketing efforts, of their own marketing strategies. Because the heart of marketing is really a good understanding of your customers. So in any business or in any career, or for example, if you have a client who writes an ebook, if the client understands their market well, madali na lang magbenta ng ebook, 'di ba? For example, if Manila Workshops understands our customers well, madali na lang magbenta ng workshops. So, and the sad truth is not all of your clients will know how to market their products and services. So maganda ang if you know already the basics of marketing, because you can actually guide your clients and your customers and be their buddy, diba? In terms of like giving advice or giving suggestions. And that will be a trigger on how you can build your relationship with your clients. Another way is sometimes as business owners, and I'm guilty of this, we look into our businesses too much, our products and services too much, that we sometimes tend to forget that we need to understand the customers, we need to understand the buyers, we need outside insights from people. So I'm very appreciative for people who sometimes message me ng mga updates on taxation or mga new things on how to improve yung mga nila workshops, yung workshops namin. So I'm very appreciative of them because ganun talaga as a business owner, masyadong you have a lot of things that you need to tend to, and sometimes nawawala yung focus mo on things that matter, 'di ba? So as a freelancer, your role is not only just to do the tasks that is required of you, but also to help yung clients or yung customers ninyo, 'di ba? In terms of making the business grow, 'di ba? At a level na gusto ng owner. And then they want to focus on their core business, so they want someone else to do it for them. Marami dyan, marketing is now a highly outsourced uh, task or job, kasi marami naman jobs under marketing, no? So there are a lot of people who look for freelancers who would do marketing tasks for them. So if you know a little bit about marketing, it does good to your portfolio, and mas magiging marketable ka in this kind of industry. And obviously for business owners who are listening and aspiring entrepreneurs, if you understand what marketing is, you will get to that point that you're actually successful already because you have ROI, you've reached the point na parang nag-ROI ka na, you know your market, you communicate with them well, you get good feedback. So all of these things come into play, no, when you understand what marketing is. For personal need mo naman as a freelancer, it's good rin to understand for yourself because it's a way to boost your freelancing career. So in terms of like competition, marami tayong competitors, diba, in this kind of industry, in this kind of environment. So what will make you different from the others is a good understanding of how to market yourself and who you are as a brand. And this will help you there build stronger relationships, which I've already mentioned. And this will also help you reach the right audience. Kasi some of us say na, tika, hindi ko alam if tama yung market ko. Bakit walang nag-hire sa akin as a freelancer? Or bakit yung iba naman, ang galing-galing, nakaka-hire sila ng high-paying customers or clients. So we always tend to think, bakit kaya? Diba? Why do they get these kinds of customers? And sometimes, sila mismo, those who get customers, they don't understand ano ba yung ginawa. If they, knock on wood, lose yung customers, they don't know how to replicate what they actually did. Diba? So these are the things that made me personally interested to know more about marketing. That's why I took up marketing, because these are the things that really parang kumbaga kumiliti sa akin and said, this is a good topic that I would want to learn more about, kasi alam ko it will be beneficial in whichever path or road that I will take. So maging entrepreneurship man or maging professional, licensed professional, I'm sure may mga licensed professionals din tayo nakikinig. Yun. So all of these things, you can actually use marketing to your advantage. So let's start with the fundamentals of marketing. Sorry, before I start, what made you pala sign up for this course? Baka I thought we can ask them, ano ba yung gusto nilang malaman? Anong gusto nilang maintindihan in terms of marketing? Why did all 100 plus people sign up for this particular course? So you can type it on the chat para we can answer. So that I will know ano yung object nila for sign up.
Sabi ni Packard Bell, maybe baka gusto nilang matutunan yung basic and fundamentals of marketing. Yun. So, basic and fundamentals of marketing daw.
Okay. So, more of yung foundation, no? Oo.
Guys, nagkape na ba kayo?
Hindi daw tayo masyadong marinig. Tayo naririnig sa live.
Sa Facebook Live, yeah, oo, I'm trying to fix that. Pero in-end ko muna siya. Pero ayun. So,
Okay.
Chris was saying na I'm venturing into a new career path. I've always been fascinated by marketing daw. So I guess this is a good opportunity for Chris. Nice. Paparehas pala kayo. Okay, so Irene said that Ginger answered for you and you want to know how to reach the right audience. Okay. Louise also said that she wants to add marketing to her plate. Yun. And then si Anne naman sabi niya, how to target your market correctly. So she wants to know the strategies pala. Wow. Okay, so yung pala yung mga gusto niyo malaman, guys.
Okay. Oh, sige. So we'll go those things one by one. Okay. So sige. Thank you for that. I'll take note of all of the things that you said. Tapos we'll try to discuss it later on sa different parts of this presentation. Okay. So let's start with the fundamentals of marketing. So basically, from the American Marketing Association, this is what marketing stands for. So it's the activity, set of institutions, and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. So ano ba talagang marketing? Marketing is basically that exchange of value, buyers and sellers. Kung makikita mo, not only that portion, no? Kasi yung exchanging part, sige, let's tackle the exchanging part first of all. Yung value that I mean, hindi lang siya financial value, di ba? Hindi lang siya like pabili ng saging or pabili ng karne or whatever, no? But it's also the value that you give in terms of like the emotional value, the relationship that you give to your customers. So this is what the value means in this particular scenario. And then if you look at other definitions kasi of marketing, they always say exchanging lang of offerings. But I like this particular definition of marketing because for me, market is not only yung exchange of information. Hindi lang siya yung pagbebenta. Hindi lang siya yung pagsasabi na itong course na to, this is priced at this much. It's creating, communicating, and also delivering that particular offering. So a lot of people think kasi that parang 'di ba when we talk about, let's say when we talk about VA, minsan ang perception ng tao is VA, so ang ginagawa nyo, nagse-set kayo ng flight schedule, 'di ba? Sometimes ganon.
Secretary.
Or kayo yung nag-code. Oo, 'di ba? So ganon yung perception nila. So ganon din sa marketing. People always think na ito, market, so pagbebenta yan, 'di ba? Or 'di ba more of ganon yung pricing,
yes,
yung pagpo-promote ng serving. But no, it's basically these things. It's from creating the value, communicating the value, delivering, and exchanging. That's why when we go through the presentation later, makikita nyo, ang dami palang components ng marketing.
Mhm.
Branding is actually a component of marketing.
Yes.
Itong yung communication strategies ninyo, yung marketing strategies, yung providing of motivation, inspiration. Digital is also part of marketing. Yung digital marketing. Email is part of marketing. Pag ginamit mo siya for communicating the message, that's why we have email marketing. Influencers is part of this whole ecosystem of marketing. So lahat ng nangyayari, even the need of your customer is part of marketing. So all of these things that are happening in the marketplace, kaya siya tinawag na marketplace and marketing, because the exchange of all of these values is basically marketing. So I hope maliwanag na sa atin kung ano talaga ang marketing. Hindi lang siya promotion. It's only promoting, or promotions are only a small portion of what marketing really is.
Yes.
Okay, next, the marketing mix. So, when we talk about marketing, we cannot not talk about the marketing mix. I'm sure narinig nyo na to before. So, the marketing mix started with 4 Ps. The 4 Ps of marketing are product, price, place, promotions. But then, there was an evolution of marketing. So the evolution was really from concentrating on the product, so pagbebenta lang, it evolved into an ecosystem where the customer was now the hero of all of these things in marketing. So that's why from 4 Ps, nagkaroon ng 5 Cs. So I like to use 5 Cs because yung mindset it's all about the mindset. It can be the same thing naman, diba? You can say that product actually means servicing the needs of the customers. But when you state it in a more customer-centric way, it just helps you like put you in the mindset na dapat customers pa rin ang una above everything else. So the 5 Cs are customers, company, collaborators, competitors, and climate. So when you go through marketing and when you create your marketing plan later on, you have to think about these 5 things. So, okay, let's start with the customers. So, customers, who are your clients and what do they need? So, ito yung parang looking at the need of the customer. Ano ba yung kailangan ng market or ng customer? So, in customers, in this particular segment, we will talk about market segments, or you will think about market segments, the frequency of their purchase, the quantity of the purchase, ano yung mga channels where you can distribute your products and services, and what does your customer need over time. Ayan. I thought may question tayo for that. Wala naman. Hello? Ay, shoot. Hello?
Ay, sorry, nakamute pala ako.
Sige.
Tayo ko sinabi. Okay. Okay, so we have a few questions here.
Sige.
Asia asked, pero kanina pa ata to, is there such thing as a marketing niche?
Okay, we'll talk about segmentation later.
Okay.
Kasi when you talk about niches or niches or whatever, it's more about the market that you're talking about. So yan yung customers. So yes, we'll talk about segmentation in a while.
Okay. Okay lang, H.
Ano daw? Sorry.
Baka mag-replay na lang daw siya. May meeting daw si Bex.
Sure.
Okay,
what else?
Wala. So, I think intently nakikinig sila this time.
Sige. Next naman, nagno-notes company. So let's think about your company. When I say company, this can be your brand. If you're a freelancer and you're marketing yourself, what is the company? The company is yourself. Yes. So yun. So your company in a position to meet those identified needs. Example, do you have the right product line, the right technical expertise? This is where you usually do brand audits, not sa company, when you're thinking about the company. And I'll discuss one way to do a brand audit here, which is the SWOT analysis.
Okay.
And then next, collaborators. Are there any outside sources or third parties that can help? So distributors, suppliers, etc. So when you're thinking about the marketplace, don't only look at your customers and yourself. Diba? Kasi ganun tayo diba? Nagbebenta ako ng makeup. So ito yung product ko. Pero marami pang mga collaborators that you will need to think of. Like for example, makeup ka, saan mo yan ibebenta? Sinong pwedeng reseller mo if magre-resell yung, kung meron kang affiliates, di ba? Kung let's say, anong platforms yung gagamitin mo to sell your services? definitely hindi lang naman creating your own platform is not the only solution. So there are a lot of collaborators that you will need help then, no? That you will ask for help later on.
Mm-mm.
So marketing. And then the fourth one are competitors. So sino yung competitor mo in the market? So are they an active competitor or potential threat? And then what are their products exactly? So we will discuss that also sa SWOT analysis natin today. And then climate. Are there any limitations due to political issues, economic issues, social impacts, tech development? So before you get into a landscape or into a marketplace, you have to assess kasi ano yung nangyayari dun sa marketplace na yon. For example, taxation, no? Kasi yun yung parang medyo fresh naman sa mind ko. But for example, if we sa Taxumo, no, before we actually jumped into taxation, we saw na magbabago yung administration during that time. Kasi we came up with the product nung 2015 pa eh.
Yes.
So, alam namin na madidelay siya because magkakaroon ng new election, di ba? Ng election that time. Tapos, ano yung economic issues? Magiging, will taxation be one of the main focus of the next government? Tech developments, may ginagawa ba yung BIR in terms of that particular, for example, collection, online mga collection platforms, may ganun ba silang projects? So we needed to know all of those things. So for you guys, tingnan nyo rin, if you want to be a freelancer na expert sa marketing, look at, for example, ilan bang mga nag-offer nito, ano yung specialization ng mga taong ganyan, ano ang kulang sa market, what are the needs na hindi pa na-fulfill, diba? So these are the things that you need to look at. So again, customers, company, collaborators, competitors, and the climate. So, okay. So for the marketing mix, we use them in order to come up with really good strategies, solid strategies for marketing. But I'd like to talk before I jump into the next part of our presentation, which is the marketing audit, which is analyzing the most of the 5 things that I've mentioned earlier. I wanted to share with you itong slide na to because it shows you the evolution of marketing. So before, it was very product-centric. So all of the brands that were selling, let's say, soap, lahat sila, ang kanilang goal is to have the biggest market share. Makabenta ako sa pinakamaraming tao. Parang yun lang yung kanilang definition of success. So I wanted to gusto nila mag-persuade ng customer to want the product. The next, the shift in mindset that happened was focus now on differentiated products, which was the marketing orientation. So in the marketing orientation, from lower cost, kasi naging commodity na siya, diba? It was now a competition of who knows the client the best. So kung alam mo yung market, kung saan ka naglalaro, this is where differentiated products came into play. For example, P&G, the likes of P&G and Unilever, you'll notice na meron silang mga same products, kunwari, let's say skincare, pero iba-ibang brands. Because alam nila that for a particular brand, iba yung knowledge na nakuha nila from the customer, iba yung behavior. And then, dito sa ibang brand naman na hawak din nila, iba din yung market na tinatap nila.
Yes.
Because they got customer knowledge from that particular set naman of customers. So, dun sa sinasabi ni Aisa, tama ba kanina, na niche, this is where niches come into play. Kaya nagkaroon ng niche or segmentation because hindi na effective ang magbenta ka na lang sa madlang people ng product mo.
Paramihan.
Diba? Parang stick, paramihan tayo. Bumili kayong lahat. But then, hindi na siya effective eh. Kaya you needed to look for different people with the same set of behaviors that would actually buy your product.
Yes.
So hindi na siya market share, but it became share of wallet and customer loyalty.
Yun.
Yon. So yung share of wallet, for example, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng share of wallet? Let's say, meron ako 500 for beauty products. Yan yung budget ko. So, pag inisip ko yung 500 ko, iisipin ko kung kanino ko siya gagastusin. So, it's either bibili ako ng, let's say, Olay, bibili akong Ponds, bibili ako ng Celetec. Lahat yan, isa-split ko or mamimili lang ako ng mga brands na magkakasya sa 500. So, marketers now, yun yung kanilang goal, to get a share of the wallet of the customer. That's why hindi na market share. But you'll notice na very segmented, and in that segment, they report their metrics into, like, for example, nakuha ko yung, let's say, our return on marketing spend for a particular segment is this much. So, ibig sabihin, yun yung kinita nila from a particular segment. So, yun yung kanilang aim na yun. So, now, it's more of yung mindset ng marketers is to persuade the company to offer what the customer wants. Because marami pa rin, let's face it, no, marami pa rin like very traditional people who are heads of different companies or who are still in that mindset na I want you to sell to everybody.
Yeah.
So, yan yung goal ng marketer. Okay, now, the most recent orientation that we have is called experience orientation. Experience orientation means that the value of a product doesn't come in when the product itself is presented or if it's bought by the customer. The experience starts even way before pa na the person comes across the product. So, for example, bumili ako ng COSRX na facial wash sa Shopee, for example. Yung experience ko with COSRX did not start nung nakita ko siya sa Shopee. Nag-start yung experience ko with that facial wash nung nag-research ako about different facial wash. And then, nakita ko yung, kunwari, video ng isang beauty vlogger. And then, sabi ng beauty vlogger, nako, sobrang ganda nito for oily skin or whatever, diba? So, yung experience ko with the product started nung nakita ko siya na sinabi ni vlogger na maganda yung COSRX. Kasi, sa mindset nating lahat, for example, as freelancers, ang tingin natin, our value as a freelancer starts pag nakita tayo ng customer sa Upwork.
Yeah.
Doon lang natin, parang, oh, ayan, they came across us. Or sometimes nga, sa mind pa natin pag na-interview na tayo di ba?
Yes.
Pero hindi The experience starts way before. Again, marketing is creating, di ba? Communicating, delivering, exchanging. So, your value as a person, the marketing aspect of your brand starts when you create that value for yourself. When you create that experience. So, for example, kung hindi ka talaga nakita pa, for example, nakita ka, maganda yung picture mo, doon pa lang nagsa-start na Hindi mo nararamdaman na nakita pala ng client mo yung picture mo, medyo sabi, ay, mukhang professional, kausapin ko to. Diba? So, the value actually was created even before the person emailed you or sent a message.
Before communication, meron ng nangyari.
Oo, yun yung gusto kong ipakita sa especially freelancers that yung value nila hindi siya nagsa-start once na nakipag-usap yung client sa'yo. Hindi, it's way beyond that. So, you always have to be, for example, for your own particular brand, I created this video sa vlog ko, which my main point was really, you always have to be branding all the time. What do I mean by be, quotation marks, branding? You always have to have that mindset that everything that you do should be something that adds value to your brand as a person.
Yes.
Because you'll never know when ka nakikita or when na-experience ni customer yung value mo. Yon. So yun. So this is where profitability drivers like buzz, word of mouth, referrals come into
Referrals.
play.
Mm-mm.
Referrals come into play because pag maganda yung service that you give or mukhang maganda yung vlog mo or maganda yung blog mo or let's say maganda yung output mo for your client or maganda yung product mo, people will always refer you. So kahit na hindi pa, they don't really come across your product, but since narinig nila from someone else, they will eventually go to you and ask you for your products and services. Yun siya. So in this particular stage or orientation, the customers now become co-creators of your value. So it's more about not only persuading the company to offer what the customer wants, but it's managing the entire experience. Kaya mapapansin mo, no, for big brands, they have, magtataka ka, meron silang customer experience representative. So parang magtataka, ano yung customer experience representative? Bago na naman na posisyon. But it's basically giving into the fact that the customer experience is very important for big brands then. And for us, diba? Even small brands and freelancers like us. So there. So any questions regarding the orientation, the different orientation, product orientation, marketing orientation, and experience orientation?
Actually, wala. Nagugulat ako sa kanila.
Ba't ang tahimik nyo, guys?
Oo, usually yung chat dito, talagang parang feeling ko, hindi sila makapag-type, talagang nagsusulat sila this time.
Mabigat ba masyado? Sorry.
Or
Pero,
masyadong maraming realizations na, oo nga, Kasi I was, di ba last Saturday, birthday ko.
yes, correct.
I attended yung
Branding.
personal branding with Lexter. So,
Oo.
parang, yung sabi sa akin, you already know personal branding kasi I also do branding kasi kasama naman talaga yun sa marketing for social media. As a virtual assistant, dami ko ng iba-ibang task na ginawa. Pero nung andun na ako, yung it came together na, oo nga pala, siya pala yun, ganito pala yun, na ito pala yung unahin and this turns to that and it made full sense. So kaya, oo lang din ako ng oo sa sinasabi mo kasi nga, branding is part of marketing pero hindi siya aspect na, okay, mag-brand lang tayo today. No, everything on marketing, guys, is holistic. It
Correct.
has to be done simultaneously, has to be done like all the time. Yun. So,
And it has rin.
yeah.
Sometimes people, di ba tayo, for example, sorry medyo madidigress na ako sa presentation, but sometimes we always think na, ay, mukhang cool yung I'm an advocate of Facebook marketing. So tayo, actual conversation.
Ay, sorry.
Hanggang Facebook.
Is it just me or
Ay,
medyo
yes.
Bex?
Po,
Oo.
ano?
Medyo choppy.
Ayan, yan.
Okay na. Yan.
Better. Ayan. So, okay. So, the usual conversation with other people or with ourselves, ganito yan usually. Ay, ang ganda ng, let's say lang Facebook marketing. Ay, gagawa nga akong ads. Ito-try out ko. Diba? So, gagawa kang ay, hindi effective. Kasi parang nandun ka na dun sa delivering and communicating. Hindi mo pa alam kung anong yung gusto mong i-convey sa people, diba? So, marami sa ating ganun eh. Maraming, for example, I come across a lot of, let's say, bloggers. Mga mom bloggers. Ay, gusto ko maging mom blogger katulad mo. Saan ba ako magsa-start? Ano yung gagawin ko? Dapat bang gumawa na akong, parang i-market ko na yung sarili ko as a mom blogger? Pero the thing is, hindi pa din nila nakikilala yung sarili nila and they don't think of ano ba yung value na pwede kong ibigay sa ibang tao and how do I create that value? And people just jump into some things na they think, just because they think it's cool or because they think na, ay, maraming gumagawa, so let's do it. Without
post mo lang naman sa Facebook, post mo lang ganito, nakita ko, ganyan, lagyan lang ng picture, yung mga ganyan. Tapos, tapos papunta na sa'yo, lapit na sa'yo yung mga brand, bibigyan kang ganito. Akala nila ganun eh.
Yes, yon. So, this mini course, no, it's really about you realizing that there are things that we've been doing na hindi natin talaga deliberately inisip.
Yes.
Yun. So we need to deliberately think about our strategies.
I'm very guilty of this.
Parang minsan, parang, ay, cool, gawin natin.
Oh, parang, ay, bakit ganun?
Yeah.
Parang hindi naman ganun yung in-expect ko. And then I look back na parang, kasi I didn't know what I was doing pala. And I thought I did.
Yeah. Ako, guilty ako niyan sa Mommy Ginger eh. Kasi, mapapansin ko, like, for Taksumo, we're very deliberate. Everything is measured. Everything is at the right place. Alam mo yon, like the mindset and everything. Pero for my own brand, parang isip ko sometimes ang kalat ko. Parang gano'n, parang ang kalat ko. Parang hindi ko magagawa yung gagawin. Correct.
We had that very conversation on the chat na parang, guys, let me get your profile. Tapos parang, okay, alam ko kung anong gagawin ko sa PHM, ano kung gagawin sa agency ko. But when it comes to me na parang, wala akong sariling page. Wala, hindi ko alam kung ilan yung followers ko. Wala akong gano'n.
Yes, tama. I remember that.
Yan. So, okay. So, Packard Bell was also saying that bringing down the cost of the products or services sometimes create wrong impressions to the customers.
Yes, because you're actually, yun nga pricing sometimes, people also think ito, very, rampant, no, that I see a lot of people do this, parang, ay, hindi ako bumibenta, baba natin yung price, bigyan natin ng discount, without realizing if it's the price that actually was the problem. Diba? Parang baba natin price, I'm sure may kakagat. Diba?
Kasi mura bibili.
Oo. Pag binaba mo naman, tapos nagtataka ka, bakit wala pa rin kumakagat? So, you realize, hindi pala siya about the price. It must be something else. So, this is the reason why, okay, yes, tama ka, no? Si Packard, tama?
Yeah.
Tama, Packard. Yes, correct. That's the reason why you have to understand everything. So, okay, Prelude to Part 2. So basically, this is about analyzing the landscape or the ecosystem where you're competing. So the main points here is really analyzing yung climate ng ecosystem at saka yung competitors natin. So what do I do? No? How do I do marketing audits? When you say marketing audits, diba, I mentioned that we have to be deliberate in everything that we do, in all of the strategies that we doing and we deploy, diba? So, when we think of these things, basically nasa planning pa lang tayo. We have to see how our company will do or is doing in a particular landscape where we're competing. So, sa place na to, yung ano ba yung tingin ng tao sa atin? Ano ba yung tingin ng competitor sa atin? Or how do we measure up against our competitors? And we keep all of these customers engaged and loyal to us. So what I normally do is, number one, do a competitive analysis. I'm sure like sina Nick, sina Marv always do like ganitong mga stuff na, like competitive analysis, and see how products or sila mismo, they perform against other people or other services. So, kasi I always talked about this. The competitive analysis, may nakikita akong mga posts niya about it eh. So, ako, how I do competitive analysis is basically look at three things. So, one is the performance of priority or product feature of my product and services. Next, operational excellence, meaning yung process, fulfillment, and delivery ng product mo. Next is customer intimacy. Ito yung wow aspect. How do you keep your customers loyal to you? Okay, let's give examples para mag-gets nyo in terms of like relating it to tangible products and services. So, tangible muna. For example, nagbebenta ako ng shoes. So, ang shoe, yung product ko, features, I will say dun sa competitive analysis ko, which is normally in a spreadsheet. Dun sa akin, I will say that yung features ko, I have black, white, old shoes, close na shoe. So, yun. For example, black and white lang yung product ko. Yung sa competitors ko, kunwari may isa kong competitor na lahat ng color, pero lahat closed shoes. Yung iman, black and white rin, pero open-toed shoes lang. So, kino-compare ko per attribute. An example, operational excellence naman for my shoe business, nagde-deliver ako ng weekdays. Yung competitor ko, nagde-deliver ng 7 days. Yung isa, 24/7. Tapos, meron akong customer service at 24/7. Competitor ko, possibly, may customer service lang siyang 8 to 5 during weekdays. So, yun yung mga anything that has to do with operations, ilalagay nyo siya. So, be it yung customer service, how you fulfill, yung payment process, all of those ilalagay natin under operational excellence. And then, customer intimacy naman, for example, ako, for every box na in-order, meron akong libreng foot powder. Ganon. Or every month, nagbibigay ako ng discount or may coupon code ako na pinapamigay. Yung isa, yung CEO, for example, yung competitor ko, yung CEO mismo yung nagde-deliver ng sapatos sa doorstep ng customer. Yung isang competitor ko, wala siyang pakialam, for example. Wala siyang mga ganito, customer intimacy. So, in a spreadsheet, you will have to list down all of these things. And then, what happens is, you will now take a look kung saan ka nag-excel. So that's how you look at where you are in a particular landscape. So maliwanag. So makikita mo siya eh. For example, ginawa mo siya in a chart form. You will see kung saan kang lamang and saan kang pwedeng umangat versus your competitors. Yun. Clear ba for this type of audit? Tetot, okay ba? Clear
Guys,
naman.
okay naman kayo guys? Yes daw.
Okay, sige. So, let's go to the second. Maraming ways of auditing eh. When I say audit is a very technical term, pero yan talaga yung tawag nila. But, auditing is basically knowing where you stand.
Mm-mm.
Kasi for example, sa mind mo, sobrang ganda kong product kasi nang ganda ng evento. Or, ang galing-galing answer. Tapos malaman mo pala, when you do audit check, itong mga audit checks mo, may mas magaling pala sa'yo.
Yes.
Hindi mo lang napansin kasi never ka na ganito.
Never ka nag-check, yes.
Or parang hindi pa pala, or mas ng like triple price. Hindi mo alam bakit, di ba? Ngayon mo lang nalaman dahil ginawa mo yung competitive analysis. So, yes. Price also falls under performance superiority. Yan. For example, ano pa ba? Kunwari, as a freelancer, yung mga skills mo, yan yung product features mo. Ayan yung mga, for example, I can do encoding, I can create graphic designs or logos, blah, blah, blah. Yung process of fulfillment mo, when can you deliver yung product or service mo? When can your customers or clients get in touch with you? At ano bang platform yung gamit mo to get in touch with you? How do you time track? Yung mga ganyan. So, yan yung operations. Customer intimacy naman, let's say, yung nagbibigay ka ng, parang you go beyond that. Nagbibigay ka ng free service of some sort on top of the commissioned work, let's say.
O kaya before they start, meron kang parang onboarding process para kay client. You create an experience.
Yes, pwedeng ganon. Like, kunwari, meron kang free assessment of whatsoever.
Oo.
Parang ganon. There. So, those are the things that you need to check. And then, another kind is SWOT analysis. So, SWOT means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, 4 na box yan that you will fill out. Ano ba yung difference? So, strengths and weaknesses are all internal sa inyo. So, internal sa sarili mo, internal sa company mo.
Mm-hmm.
So, ano ba yung, as a freelancer, let's say, ano yung strengths mo as a person, and then ano yung weaknesses mo as a person.
Mm.
Sa company, ano yung strengths ng company that you see, ano yung weaknesses niya. Ang opportunities and threats naman, these are things that are external sa company and to yourself, no, kung freelancer ka. So, for example, anong external opportunities? Let's say, ano bang mga pwede? For example, opportunity to kaya mong mag-expand sa ibang bansa kasi multilingual, kunwari pwedeng ikaw as a freelancer or yung team mo multilingual, kunwari gano'n. That's why marami kang opportunities to cross, kunwari may team ka na lang or may kakilala ka pala in China, kaya mo mag-dropship kasi may mga kakilala ka doon na maraming tao. Sorry, hindi pala team sorry. Dapat outside factor may kakilala ka sa China, may mga clients ka, for example, sa Australia that you've serviced a lot and serviced well, so they can refer you to a lot of clients there. So parang ganon. Threats naman can be there are a lot of competitors in the ecosystem that can be, kunwari, mahirap to penetrate a certain market because of those things. Ganon. So lahat ng external factors fall under opportunities and threats. Tapos lahat ng internal strengths and weaknesses. So yun yung SWOT analysis. Very parang bigger picture ang SWOT analysis talaga . Next is PESTLE analysis or PESTLE. So PESTLE naman refers to yung political, economical, social, technical, legal, environmental factors. So you can go through each. Yan, for example, political, explore, for example, ano yung current taxation policies, and future political state yan. And then economic situation, consumer spending, the current and future state of the economy. And then social would be lifestyle trends, demographics, consumer attitudes and opinions, media views. Technological naman would be relevant current future technology or innovations that would matter dun sa field nyo. Level of research and funding. Legal naman, legislation in areas such as employment, tapos future legalization. Environmental, ito more of about the environment, so recycling considerations, pollution, etc. So as a business owner, you can go through all of these things. As a freelancer, pwede rin kasi, for example, political state, meron bang bill or laws, political and legal, may bill by and laws that will help freelancers. May mga taxation considerations ba for freelancers? Economical, will businesses be more open to freelancers, di ba? Social, nagiging uso ba dahil sa traffic ang freelancing? That's why magpa-freelancer na lang ang isang company.
Yes.
Technological, di ba? Di ba? Yung mga ganon So you can, parang using this, you can actually see and look at the climate of the industry already. Makikita mo na, kunwari, paano ko babantayan? Yung question ng big company would be, gusto ko sana mag-employ ng freelancers, pero paano ko sila, how do I keep track of their output, of their time? So, technological advancements like timekeeping, tracking, let's say billing systems, so yan yung mga kailangan nila ngayon gamitin, di ba?
Yeah.
And then environmental, lesser ba ang pollution because wala na masyadong co-commute, yung mga ganong stuff. So these are the 3 ways on how to do marketing audits.
Yes.
So
Eve was asking pala,
yes.
Meron daw bang app para mas madaling gawin yung SWOT or yung PESTLE?
Meron mga templates online. I can share naman some with you, although I'll be sharing this. So it's really just 4 boxes, yung SWOT. For this one, competitive analysis, I have my own template which I can share with you.
Okay.
So for number 1, don't worry. Number 2, 4 na kahon lang yan, yung SWOT. Wala talaga siyang template very straightforward Tsaka very bigger picture kasi yung SWOT. Yung
so, pwede lang gawin sa parang Excel sheet lang, ano?
Yes, ganun lang siya. Ganun lang talaga siya. So, there. Meron pa bang ibang questions?
No. Okay na daw.
Okay, sige. Okay, next, marketing objectives. So, now that you know the landscape, now that you know the ecosystem that you're involved in as a brand, as a company, as a freelancer, you need to define yung objectives mo naman. So, how do you define objectives? So, I'm sure all of you or most of you know this, but sometimes we forget. Actually, hindi lang sometimes. We oftentimes forget that we need to have objectives
Yes.
before we implement stuff. So this is just a refresher on having SMART objectives. So SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented, and time-bound. Okay? So, for example, ang example ko ng isang SMART objective is to increase the number of leads from our marketing communications activities by 15% by the end of the year or at the end of the year. So makikita nyo, it's very specific. I know that I need to measure the number of leads. I know that it's achievable. Siguro based on historical data, no? Kayo lang makakapagsabi kung achievable yan.
Yes.
Yung objective ninyo. Results-oriented because I know what I want to achieve by the end of the year and time-bound because kailangan ko siya magawa by the end of the year. We oftentimes forget that. Kasi especially, let's say, I'm sure, sino dito, I'd like to know lang sino dito sa mga freelancers dito, merong SMART objective na nagawa for themselves? For themselves, hindi for a client, for themselves. Meron ba?
Wala.
Meron ba? Meron. Meron ba? Bigyan natin ng award kung meron.
Irene daw.
Ha?
Irene, sila daw.
Meron?
Oo.
Irene, ano yung SMART objective mo? I will put you in the spot.
At si Eve daw. Pagtapos nito, may ganun ka pa.
Game. Ano yung, sige, bigay ng example. So that we can also see, no, kung very specific, measurable. Mamaya kopyahin nyo lang ayoko ng number of leads sa market. Baka mamaya sa inyo to increase the number of leads then.
Puro leads na ginawa nila, Bes.
Oo nga Huwag kayo mong kopya.
Hindi, pero yung SMART kasi, this is also for objective and SMART goal setting. So, nag-goal setting ako before, earlier this year. I used this talaga. Pinilit ko siya. Parang ginawa kong accountable ang sarili ko at ginawa kong accountable yung mga tao sa paligid ko na i-launch namin yung website for the agency. So, finally, nagawa siya. Kasi last year ko pa sasabi, gagawa ko agency. Dali lang yan. Mga ganyan.
Oo. Ayan mo ito. Share ko lang sa inyo rin. Sige, go ahead, Tetot.
Yes. Yun lang. Actually, yun lang. After siguro nun, after 2 months, nagawa ko siya by doing SMART goal setting. Talagang sinulat ko siya. Every day I wake up, I look at it. Tapos I look for, wait lang, sabi ko 2 months dapat gawa na. Where am I now? Nami-measure mo siya na parang, late ako. Kailangan ko to. Yung mga ganun.
Oo, dapat talaga guys tayo. Like for example, ako, as a blogger, meron talaga akong spreadsheet of all of the projects that I have. And I know how much I earn through blogging already. And then meron akong specific growth that I get. Itong marketing objectives marketing communication activities in the sample. I changed that to sending out of proposals to brands. As in directly sending out to proposals to brands. Kasi ang sa akin is to increase my income, as in may specific income ako from releasing brand proposals by 10% end of the year. So meron akong na-track ko na talaga yung income ko, although hindi ko siya sasabihin sa inyo from last year to this year. So, alam ko kung nag-increase siya by ilang percent. Yon. So, yun, dapat meron tayong ganong klaseng objectives in our head also. Also for ourselves, hindi lang para sa kliyente natin.
Yes.
Kasi we are our business. We are our brand.
Exactly.
So, we have to have that. Yan. So, at least klaro sa utak natin that we have to strive for that. So there, that's basically creating your marketing objective.
Okay.
So next is, ito na, target market. So nadaanan na natin yung analyzing the marketplace. nadaanan na natin yung what do we want for ourselves, what are our objectives. Next is, sino ba yung dapat market natin? Who are we communicating with? So a big part of what I will discuss with you today is called segmentation. So what is segmentation? A common type of market research that breaks a large target market down into smaller parts called segments in order to target each segment more effectively. So mapapansin mo na kahit nasa isang barkada may kikay, may mahilig sa beauty products. May isang mahilig pero hindi masyadong bumibili. May isang ayaw talaga dahil ayaw mag-makeup every day. May isang taga-sabi lang kung anong uso pero hindi actually ginagawa. Yung mga ganon, diba? So, sa isang barkada, maraming behavior. So, this is look at the barkada as your universe. So, these are the different customers that you can tap. And then, each one or each person, look at them as a segment. So maraming tao nakikay. So that's one segment, maraming tao na hindi mahilig mag-makeup. Maraming tao na mahilig manood ng beauty vloggers pero hindi actually nag-makeup or nagsa-skincare, 'di ba? Marami naman diyan na tahimik lang pero gumagamit, 'di ba? So these are different behaviors, and basically when you segment or when you divide yung barkada na to into different behaviors, you divide them into different segments. So how do we come up with a segment? So the first thing that you need to do as a freelancer is create the customer persona. So who is your ideal customer? Meaning, customer naman na medyo believable na pwedeng maging customer.
Yes.
Describe the person. So how describe the person? You describe the background. Ito. So, meron tayong sample dito. Si Tommy, ito yung background niya. Ito yung demographics. These are his goals. These are his interests and hobbies. These are the challenges that he faces pertaining to your product or service. So, wag natin ilagay dyan yung kunwari challenge siya na wala siyang love life. Wag po. Your challenges should be related to your products and services. So, common objections or common pains and the biggest fears. Okay. So, all of these three things, the behavior portion, will have to pertain or be related to the problem, to your need, to the service or product that you're offering. So, basically, this is how you create a customer persona.
Yep.
So you can have different customer personas. Hindi naman siya limited to just one person. So ang ginagawa natin, after you create these particular personas, you will have to identify how big the market of ilan ba ang Tommy Technologies. I'm putting it into simpler terms and things that you can actually visualize para nagigets nyo kung ano yung segment. So, okay. So, when you identify segments, you can identify based on these different things. You can identify based on, I'll explain each one. Demographics, psychographics, technographics, cohort analysis, or PRISM. Okay, so let's go through it one by one. The normal way of segmenting the market, normally, ito yung nakikita ko. Gusto ko mag-target ng female ages 45 to 65. May mga anak already na possibly 2 hanggang 4 or 5 anak. Lola na, for example, lola na ang bata, 45. Ano ba yung example ko? Pero, di ba? Ganun siya. That's how we segment the market all the time. Di ba? Miski na tayo, pag gusto ko mag-target ng mga babae, 18 to 65 years old, na mahilig sa skincare, di ba? Ganun tayo.
Yes.
So, the way we segment the market is actually using demographics and psychographics. So, demographics are those that are seen and measured. No? So, when you can see something, for example, alam mo yung gender, or matatansya mo yung age, measured being household income, socio-economic class. For example, ano ba siyang market? A, B, C, D, di ba?
Yes.
Malalaman mo siya based on the household income. So these are the types of description when you're analyzing them or segmenting the market based on demographics. Pagdating sa psychographics, these are behaviors that we see. For example, madalas mag-online shopping, madalas mag-check ng Facebook, madalas mag-upload ng selfie, wala la. 'Di ba? Yan yung mga yan yung mga behavior na market that you can easily see. So these are the two frequently used ones. Next one, technographics. When you're selling technology or let's say phones, mobile phones, you usually want to know if sila yung mga early adopters, if sila yung mga contributors, sila yung mga, this is how a person sees technology and how they use technology. So this is what technographic means. So you're segmenting the market based on, let's say, mahilig mag-post, mga contributors, authors, no, of different content pieces online. Early adopters, yung mahilig mag-try. Mga nagka-criticize lang, yung parang hindi nagpo-post, pero mahilig mag-post about thoughts and opinions nila about certain things na pinost ng iba. So hindi sila create. So these are the different ways on how you can segment yung market na yun based on technographics. Ang cohort naman, ito yung based on the time that you were born or the year that you were born. So ang sabi ng mga marketers and psychologists, iba-iba talaga yung behavior ng people based on anong batch din nila, based on kailan sila pinanganak. That's why you have yung millennials, you have yung Gen X, Y, baby boomers. So this is what you call cohort analysis. Another way of segmenting naman is called geographic segmentation or PRISM. For example, mapapansin mo, so it's actually segmenting the market based on where they are based or where they live. For example, iba daw ang behavior ng mga taga Manila versus taga, let's say, Dumaguete. So ganon. So iba daw yung the way they behave or they act because they're exposed to different things based on yung geographic placement nila in the world, ganon. So iba yung ugali ng mga Pinoy versus, let's say, Americans, diba? And it's not necessary naman na may tama or maling segment. It's just that with a particular product or service, you have to identify which will make you profitable or successful. Siyempre,
parang variables lang sila, guys, eh. It's not to judge them.
Oo, hindi siya pang judge ha. It's really about knowing where your market is.
Yes.
Sino ang bebentahan mo so that you can achieve your marketing objectives faster. Okay. So, how do you choose the segment? So, di ba meron tayong, let's say, Tommy Technology, tas may iba ka pang mga segments that you identified. So, ang question now is, Ginger, saan ba ako magsisimula? Ano yung segment that I will choose? So, how do you compare segments? You compare segments by, number one, segment size. Kung gaano kalaki yung segment, obviously. Growth of segment, value ng segment na yun, stability, current company's position within the segment, ease of entry into the segment, ease of competitive entry into the segment, so based on yung mga competitors mo na yan, and number and strength of competitors. So, ito yung mga titignan natin before we jump into a segment. So, ang question is, paano nga, Ginger? Alam ko na nga yan, di ba? So, number one, you have to research, guys. Nandyan yung Google. I-Google natin kung gaano kalaki yung segment. For example, for Taksumo, the segment that we wanted to get into are self-employed individuals and professionals. So, when I researched and I Googled it, meron tayong 2 million who are declared taxpayers, but only 500,000 are paying. So some of the information are available naman online. So you can just Google, you can just search kung gaano kalaki yung segment ng mga ng mga to. You can see, for example, ilan ba ang mga just make estimates. Hindi naman kailangan precise yung estimate natin or hindi naman kailangan precise number But you can come up with estimates.
Yes.
And then growth of the segment, you can see naman how fast it's growing kung ano yung particular segment and makikita mo kung lumalaki ba sila, kung ilan na yung employees ng, kunwari, may company kang gustong salihan or ilan bang companies sa isang vertical, sa travel, kung marami bang mga companies na travel agencies na sumusulpot, mapapansin nyo naman diba?
Yes.
So,
and
yes.
and is clarifying. So it means now we need to strategically minimize the market to specific targets.
Sorry, ano yun? We need to?
Do we need to strategically minimize the market to specific targets?
Yes. Because again, you can't target everyone. Even if you want to, kahit ako na rin sabihin ko, yung workshops ko, gusto ko lahat, buong Pilipinas mag-attend ng Manila workshops, di ba? Meron pa rin tao who would want to, let's say, nahihiya sila, they really want to learn from home, mag-online courses ako, I don't wanna go to Manila workshops kasi mahihiyain ako.
Wasteful siya. You're going to be shooting blanks to the people na hindi naman maiintindihan yung mako-connect yung sa message mo. So parang the idea here is to be practical in terms of targeting the right people.
Yes. And imagine mo, if you get to the right number of people, you can already hit your objective by just choosing kung sino talaga yung gusto mong tamaan na market.
Yes.
You will, and yung second tip ko pala dito, one is research. Number two, always test. Test and figure out. Kasi hindi mo makukuha yung real position nyo. For example, current company's position within the segment. If you don't ask people about their feedback or about what they think, diba? So you always have to do experiments as well. You have to experiment. You have to ask people kung okay ba to. If you're starting a business na wala pang, hindi pa siya existing sa market, you have to check. You have to ask, for example, people na, ano ba usually, kunwari freelancer ka, na gusto mong mag-specialize in marketing. You have to ask business owners, which part of marketing do you want to outsource? I'm sure wala pang nagtatanong nun. Diba? Like, diba? Ang kailangan nyo bang help email? Tapos sabihin nila, hindi naman kasi nag-check ng email yung customer ko Let's say for example lang. Or parang, Facebook ba kailangan? Kasi yung mga yung market ko, gusto nila nakikita talaga yung product. So, and alam mo yun, like sometimes hindi siya nagmamatch with what we think it should be. Pero yun yung nangyayari because that's what the market tells you Yun yung sometimes hindi tayo nakikinig sa market and we just implement and think na hindi kasi effective ang email marketing kay John at kay Alan, mag-email marketing ako. 'Di ba? Pero naisip natin, ay, tika, bakit walang nagsusubscribe? Tapos parang, kahit na anong gawin mo, parang, hindi pala yun yung market mo. Wala, hindi, you're not hitting the right audience.
You're actually nga yung nalaman ko from, I forgot where ko narinig, but yung trends is not from the marketers. The market itself creates the trend.
Yeah. Exactly. So you have to listen. You have to listen. And sometimes, mali mo, like, yung market mo pala are mostly gusto nila magbasa din ng email or talagang nabangan nila yung mga free things and alam mo yun, yung mga sila yung kakagat sa mga download. Ako ganun ako nagda-download ako.
Ako dyan.
So
punong-puno yung inbox ko ng mga email newsletters. Sino to?
Oo, o kaya sila yung market na nakakita ng dynamic ads ng, kunwari, bumili ka ng, madali pa lang mag-cross-sell dyan sa market mo or mag-upsell. Bumili ka ng blush on, for example. Tapos, i-cross-sell mo sa dynamic ads ng lipstick. Pupunta ulit ng Lazada para bumili.
Oo.
It really depends It really depends.
Pero I realize we can tie this If you guys have a specific client that you're looking for example, freelancers kayo or VA, yung sa customer persona kanina, so what do you want to target? Okay, so I'm looking for a client with an e-commerce business. Kasi
Correct.
e-commerce VA ako. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, kasi especially if first time yung mag-attend ng marketing and you'll think na hindi kasi pang business yan, it doesn't apply to me. Parang ganun yung,
Oo.
'di ba? So if you are
Yeah.
targeting an e-commerce client, kunwari tawag ito, ang skill mo is Shopify, eBay, ganyan. So
Mm.
customer persona mo na siya. Okay, si Tommy, he has a Shopify website. Ganto, ganto, ganto. Yun.
Yeah. Correct, oo. At saka mag-practice kayo. Practice kayo with your clients. Even if hindi nila hinihingi, try to practice segmenting, no? Try to practice segmentation,
Mm-mm.
basically. Okay, so proceed na tayo. Sana clear, guys. I hope clear naman lahat. So, okay, now that you've defined a particular segment that you want to begin with, what do you tell them? So, this is where positioning comes in. Okay, so yun yung positioning. So, by definition, positioning is how you differentiate your product or services from that of your competitors and then determine which market niche to fill. So, this is from Entrepreneur Magazine. So, the questions that you need to ask, kasi di ba alam mo na kung saan ka lulugar, kung saan ka pupesto. Now, how do you tell them na nandito ka? How do you position yourself? So, you have to create that perfect brand, no? Kasi brand is related to positioning. That brand value, position mo on paano ka ma-identify or how the market can now relate with you or can now parang subscribe to your service. So all of these questions you need to think about. So what do you think makes your product or service unique? And then what do your customers say? Or why do they buy your product or get your services? Are your competitors offering the same thing? At which aspect are you delivering better service or a better product? And then, do your customers share the same views? So again, this is about going back to what the customers and how the customers feel about you. So positioning is really more of listening and not actively like positioning yourself kaagad, but really listening to where you stand sa mind ng customers nyo. So, and a big part of it is basically your uniqueness. Itong question number 1. Okay. Sa lahat nga ng adjectives, di ba? Unique is something that is unique. Hindi, totoo, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi you can be, let's say, you can be pretty, someone can be prettier.
Mm-mm.
Pero you can't say someone is more unique than you. How can that be? Because you're unique, di ba? Do you get what I'm saying? So, unique is the only, sabi nga nila, it's the only adjective that is unique. So, if it's something that is only true to your particular service or to yourself as a freelancer or to your product as an entrepreneur, it's something that will make you stand out. So in terms of yung sinabi ko sa inyong competitive analysis, this is a tip that I will share with you now. So this is basically the template that you were asking me earlier. So you key in, for example, your product features, operational processes, customer intimacy, and then ito yung brand mo, ito yung sa competitor 1, competitor 2. From analyzing it, kasi this particular strategy can show you the big picture of everything. This particular template can give you in one glance, no, where you can stand out. So that particular thing wherein you can stand out, kunwari na-fill out nyo na yan, no, lahat ng boxes nito. And nakita mo, magaling ka pala talaga sa operational process, for example. And for example, ang operational process na yon, people feel that they can talk to you any time of the day. That's why they want to buy your service. Kasi they can talk to you as if you were a friend. So that can be your unique selling proposition. So that's how you identify your USP in the simplest of terms, in the simplest of ways. So there. So may question ba tayo in terms of unique selling proposition and positioning?
Wala pa naman.
Okay. Sige, let's proceed, no? So, now that you know yung message that you want to convey, okay, so meron na tayong landscape, meron na tayong targeting, meron na tayong segmentation, meron na tayong message, di ba, that we want to convey. So, where do you actually deliver the message? This is where customer contact points come into play, or what we call the customer journey. So, the first thing that you need to do is think about Tommy Technology or whoever or whichever persona that you would like to target. And then, for that particular person, what you do is, tingnan nyo kung anong ginagawa nila at each time of the day. So this can be a survey, this can be an interview with a person that you know who is part of the market. And then ask nyo, ano yung ginagawa nila at each time of the day. And then, tignan mo, what type of media are they exposed to? When I say media, these are channels. Diba? When you say medium, saan ba pinapadala yung message? Diba? Through which channel? Through which, and when I say channel, hindi po siya television channel. Channel as in, for example, a person who is flyering or giving flyers out to people, he can be a channel. A speaker can be a channel. An influencer can be a channel. Facebook can be a channel. Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. So these are the different channels or media that we are exposed to. Billboards can also be a medium. So there. So tignan natin, for example, si Ginger, kunwari ako yung market nyo. Anong ginagawa niya pagkagising niya? For example, gumigising siya ng 7 o'clock. Let's say, tumatakbo siya. So pag tumatakbo siya, she listens, for example, to Spotify. So Spotify can be a medium, di ba? Kasi may mga ads doon. She then checks Facebook habang nagpapahinga bago mag-shower. After niya mag-shower, pupunta siya sa computer, mag-i-email siya. So expose siya sa Gmail. And then, pupunta siyang Facebook, expose siya sa Messenger, sa Facebook newsfeed. So, you will have to write all of those down. So, this is where you will see yung exact behavior of your market or exact contact points that you can utilize later on sa strategies nyo. The thing about messaging is you really have to understand yung customer journey. This is the reason why advertisers now or platforms that offer advertising, no, like Facebook and Google, they really take it to heart to understand kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga people on Facebook or people who use search. This is the reason why. Because if they understand kung ano yung ginagawa natin, tayong lahat, at a particular point in time, they can already now deliver messages that are swak sa audience, that are perfect for the market at that particular point in time. So, sobra siyang creepy, pero sobra rin siyang fascinating na alam nila. But yan ang challenge for us marketers eh. Because sa dami ng factors that we need to consider, we need to be able to know nasan ang kliyente ko at future potential client ko at a particular point in time. Kasi kung hindi ka nila makikita at a particular point in time, then hindi nila mabibili yung service mo, or they can't commission you for a freelance work, they can't buy your shoes, they can't buy your products and services. So, they won't be in the loop of what's happening with you. So, we need to be aware kung saan sila. So, this is the typical customer journey of a person. So, awareness of need, identifying products, and getting information about products or services, evaluating products and services, purchasing products and services, using them, and then giving them evaluation, and then telling others about it. Diba? Pero, this is a very simplified way of laying it out. The the reality is the customer journey is very complicated nowadays, because of social media, because all of the things that we are exposed to. This now becomes jumbled up, and then at any point in time, something can interrupt the journey, and then wala na, malulose yun na yung sale or yung service because it was interrupted by something. So this is how this works, and this is why funnels have become a big thing in marketing. Because in the funnel itself is not um is not the main tool that you need, but basically using the funnel correctly and understanding what the funnel is what will make you success. Kasi not the funnel itself, if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, no, but it's how you relate, because going through the funnel, we know that everything has to go through the funnel. So it starts with awareness about your product, interest, consideration, intent, evaluation, and purchase. And it's good to know this funnel. But the real challenge for us people, us marketers or us freelancers or business owners, is that do we know our segment that well, that we know where in the funnel they are at
yes.
a particular point in time.
Mm-mm.
And the more than that, the challenge really is, do we know what to do with them at a given point in time?
Mm-mm.
Diba? So, pwedeng, let's say, aware sila, sa beauty product na binebenta ko. But then, hindi naman nila alam kung saan kukuha ng information. Hindi nila alam kung paano bibili. Dahil hindi natin nilatag ng maigi yung website. Wala pa tayong website, wala tayong Facebook page, di ba? So, pwede rin na we already got their interest, di ba? Na parang nag-review yung blogger. Sobrang ganda nitong beauty product na to. Pero, merong mas sikat na brand na who interrupted, let's say, nag-Facebook ad to your particular customer, and then that customer saw this ad of a more reliable brand because bago pa lang tayo, and they said, ito na lang ito-try ko kasi mas established na yung brand. So it's all about knowing the particular message that you will convey to a particular person at a particular point in time using a particular channel. So this is how important knowing everything before you actually implement. Because if you implement na mali yung one of those things, you will not succeed.
Mm-mm.
And sure, hindi ka talaga magsa-succeed in converting, in getting the lead, in selling the product, in selling your services.
Yes.
So this is the importance of why you should understand marketing as a whole. It's because of all of these things. Yun. So there, do you have any questions, Tetot?
Wala tayong questions while doing the slides. Guys, okay lang kayo dyan?
Sorry, it's more about, ano pa lang ito nga, realization lang ng
Diba? So, akala ko, tuturuan lang kami mag-ano dito. Ito pala to.
brand. So,
pero maganda siya, guys. I highly suggest that you just take what you can from this webinar. Ask us anything. There is no stupid questions. But,
yes.
balik-balikan nyo siya as you go through your freelance journey, your freelance career. And then, pag binabalikan nyo siya, mas lalo nyong magigets yung sinasabi ni Ginger, because it took me like 2 years to fully realize yung marketing in my career. So,
kasi you know what, yung marketing talaga, if you don't practice it, or if you don't take it to heart, no, and if you don't want, parang pag hindi mo talaga siya ginagawa, hindi mo siya magigets. Parang, ito sinasabi niya. Miski na ako there are things na parang absorb ko once and then, wait, ulit? Parang, alam mo yun, like, kailangan ko gawin para ma-absorb ko talaga at ma-gets ko.
Yes.
So, ito siya all of these things.
Balik-balikan nyo to, guys.
Yeah. So, we're almost at the end of the presentation, no? So, the last part is about implementation, experimenting. Ako, in all of my talks, I always say, pag marketing yung pinag-uusapan, it's all about experimentation. It's all about knowing what to do for a particular segment, for a particular audience, for a particular brand, because you've already tried out yung mga strategies nyo. There is no perfect strategy for a particular product and service, and there will never be, because kung gaano ka-unique yung market mo or kung gaano ka-unique yung bawat, ganon karaming permutations ang pwede nyo gawin in terms of strategies, because hanggang sa ma-persuade mo yung person to say yes and pakasalan ka, you didn't do your job and you didn't try to do your job, diba, as a marketer. Or even as a freelancer, or even as a brand owner or owner ng business. So there. So this is, I shared this now with some of the freelancers na, but I will also share this with you guys. This is my own marketing strategies prioritization log. Okay. I was a guest in one of the Adobo magazines. Getcraft pala. Getcraft. And na live lang ng Adobo magazine. But there was a question about, okay, sa dami ng mga strategies that I can implement, how will I know if okay ako? Like, how will I know if i-continue ko yung strategy or isa-stop ko na yung strategy? So this is my own way of helping you guys determine what you should prioritize and what you should continue or stop later on. So I'll go through all of the columns here. So wait, meron ata ako dito. So EID means experiment number, experiment ID number, experiment name. So this describes the experiment. So mapapansin mo, I actually use the term experiment. Bakit? Because this is not a clear way really of, it's not parang this strategy will not guarantee you success. Okay? In any of these, parang you can go through them and you will know what will give you success later on. But when you start this, it's really an experiment. That's why experiment name yung gamit natin. Okay, next. Status niya would be tested, idea, testing, abandoned. And then category niya would be either lead generation, so this is the sales funnel, lead generation, lead nurture, or sales. Channels niya, I've given you different channels. So these are samples of the channels that you can deploy or use, utilize. Prioritization, this one I will explain later on. Metrics, what do you want to measure? Explain ko rin yan mamaya. And then cost and resources, how much did you allot and which resources did you need to allocate? Okay, balik tayo dito. So each line will be a strategy. Okay, each line. So for example, for the first line, say I will do reach ads, Facebook ads, let's say, yun. Para, let's say, very simple. Gusto ko mag-run ng lead, let's say, reach ads, reach, for reach. Okay. So I will put experiment ID number 1. Kailan ko i-run yung ads ko? So start date, end date. Experiment name. So yon, Facebook ads reach campaign. And then status. This is an idea. Kasi bago pa lang, di ba? Idea. And then this will give me lead generation. Kasi reach siya, so wala masyadong interaction pa. I want more for awareness, more for to tell people that I exist as a product. So yung channel ko will be social and display ads because Facebook is a social ad, diba? And then, okay, we go to prioritization. So when we go through this exercise, we do it as a team. Or pwede rin naman mag-isa ka. But as a team, ang ginagawa namin, we rate it individually according to impact, confidence, and yung ease natin. What do we mean by impact? Pag nirun ba namin tong experiment na to, gaano kalaki yung impact niya in terms of yung metrics na i-define ko later. So let's say, let's define the metric for this. For example, ang gusto ko, number of impressions, kasi reach lang naman siya eh. Gusto ko maraming makakita ng ad ko.
So metrics ko will be impressions. Okay. So ang impact ko for this, let's say, I will score it at 9 or 10. Ang confidence ko that it will get to a lot of people, let's say 10. Ang ease ko, dahil madali lang naman gumawa ng Facebook ad, let's say, dahil marunong naman ako, let's say 10. So, ang total prioritization score nitong particular strategy ng Facebook reach na to will be I plus C plus E, which is yung ICE, and then divided by 3. So, yung total prioritization score ko for this would be 10. And then yung cost ko, let's say, ang budget ko will be 1,000 pesos. Resources ko, since hindi ko naman kailangan mag-program ng kahit ano, hindi ko naman kailangan bumili ng kahit ano, resource ko would be me, diba? Ako lang. So, I won't put it na kasi wala namang resources. More of financial resources lang or financial cost. So, what we do in our team for our business, every week, we go through a prioritization list like this, wherein nothing is wrong, everyone speaks up kung ano yung gusto nilang i-run na experiment, and then sinusulat lang siya, moving down, and then we just do yung prioritization scoring. So we start with those that are very easy, no? Yung mga matataas yung prioritization score or very confident kami. Basta yung total niya would be the highest score. And then we go down. We go down so that lahat nagagawa namin. The thing with the prioritization list na to, kailangan mabilis siyang gawin. Because the end result really is to experiment fast to get most of the insights that is possible, no? So that madagdag mo siya sa marketing plan mo. So that you can shift or tweak any strategies because meron ka ng insights about the market, about your customers or potential customers, and because we have limited resources. So this is the reason why this works for us, because as a startup or as a freelancer, diba, we have limited resources on our own. So kailangan natin i-prioritize yung mga effective and yet very cost-effective sa atin, cost-efficient sa atin. So this is my prioritization list. So I will share this with you. If you have questions later on, you can ask it. So to review, this is the end of my presentation. So to review, the parts of the marketing plan that I taught you today would be, 1, to identify the current landscape. So better to define the problem that you're facing, the landscape that you're facing. Next is the target market. So which segment are you tapping? The third is, what is your objective? What do you want to achieve? Fourth is to know your USP or your brand positioning. Next is communication channels that you want to use. Because alam mo na kung saan sila ita-target, because you know the customer contact points. And sixth is create marketing strategies and a timeline for it, which will be very easy if you know how to work with the prioritization plan that I will share with you. So yun na yun.
Wow.
So, okay. Sana hindi naman kayo napagod. Before I go to this part, no, last 2 slides, do we have questions? This is the time that you can ask me very specific questions already.
Yes. Sabi ni Irene, yes, buhay pa naman daw sila.
Yay! Congratulations!
Actually, sabi ko nga, grabe, I would have attended, I would have paid for a workshop like this. Guys, promise.
Yes.
You have no idea what kind of gold this is.
Thank you.
So, ayan, itanong nyo na lahat mga best.
Oo, tanong nyo na kung meron kayong parang, or even if ano yung mga realizations ninyo for today.
Oo, so we'd like to know then.
Yeah, ano ba yung mga dapat gagawin nyo na parang because of this, na-realize nyo kailangan pala siyang gawin. Or dapat gagawin nyo, pero nag-hold back kayo dahil hindi nyo pa, walang time, pero importante pala siya. There.
So, Lay was saying na SMART goals daw. Guilty din tayo dyan, Bex. Yes, Asia, this is really gold mine talaga siya. And Packard Bell is saying, is segment marketing usually used to minimize marketing cost?
Well, it's more of the end result is having a more cost efficient
Mm-mm.
way of mga strategies, no? Because
Mm-mm.
if you already know kung ano yung unahin mong segment, you will have at least you will focus yung budget nyo on that particular segment. Hindi na
Mm-mm.
kayo gagastos and yet parang you're trying out a lot of things and hindi nyo pala market yun.
Oo. Parang hindi sila
So,
I think the idea is wag talaga magsayang ng pera.
yes. I think the result of good segmentation will be cost efficiency.
Yes.
Pero hindi siya the other way around na dahil maliit ang budget ko, magsisegment ako. It's the other way around.
Mm-mm.
Dapat because gusto nyo ma-hit yung right market who needs your service the most, nangyayari, nakakatipid ka. Yun yung result. Nakakatipid ka because tama yung segmentation mo.
Okay. Ayan. Okay. So, for a newbie online professional career, aside from the skills and value that you can offer, marketing yourself talaga is the thing. Yes. Very. Sabi ni Asia.
Totoo. Kasi isipin nyo may ilan na yung freelancers natin, Pilipinas pa lang yun. We have 1.5 online freelancers. How do you compete with 1.5 million freelancers if you don't basically you don't do these things and you don't understand yourself and your market and your customers.
Yes.
Ultimately, your customers.
And that 1.5 is growing every day.
Pilipino lang yun, di ba?
Oo.
And may kailangan pa kayong ibang people from other parts of the world. So, hindi lang 1.5 yun.
So you have to know where you stand so you can better position, guys.
Correct.
And Irene was saying na ang key takeaways daw niya is she needs to perform market audits. Great. Yes, Bess. Okay.
Yes.
So, at tagal na, parang months na ba since we talked about this na parang, gusto ko magkaroon ng marketing, gusto ko mag-push ng marketing sa mga freelancer. Buti nagawa na natin. We talked about this, guys, kasi we were talking about the freelancing community as a whole, not just PHM, but the whole, in the Philippines, the whole freelancing scene in the Philippines. And we were talking na kulang tayo sa marketing. And a lot of people, they don't understand that marketing is part of this. But you guys don't know that you're actually in marketing. The fact that you're looking for your own clients, you're actually marketing your services.
Yeah. Tapos, like, it's good to know. I understand naman where freelancers are coming from, no? Freelancers and even entrepreneurs, we are exposed to different tactics, different ways, different strategies. So, na-excite tayo with all of these new things, with all of the stuff that we can do, which is really exciting, di ba? Sobrang dami mong pwedeng gawin, especially in this day and age. But then, the realization comes in later on when we feel that hindi effective yung strategies that we deploy. And then, take a step back and then realize because hindi natin inanalyze before we jumped into things. Diba? Hindi natin tinignan where we stand and tama ba na ito yung gamitin ko? Tama ba na ito yung strategy that I deploy? Ito ba dapat, diba, i-implement? So, ganun It's more about looking at the bigger picture and knowing talaga your customer. Oo, customer talaga.
Wala talaga kayong questions, guys. Nagulat ako.
Okay, so, anyway, ito, didiretso ka na sa next slides ko.
Okay.
Ito, last. So, okay, if you want to learn more, kasi sobrang maiksi pa lang to sa lagay na to. 2 hours na pala tayo. 10 na pala. Okay, so, oh my gosh, 2 hours. Anyway, hindi ko in-expect. Sabi ko, mga 1 hour lang siguro to. Okay. Okay, so you can fill out this form. EJ is the CEO of Taksumo, and my husband, will be coming out with a marketing for non-marketers course. So 2018, matagal pa, January 2018, but we're already pre-selling the course. So it's double, actually triple the value of this. Kasi hindi ko na-expect 2 hours na pala to. So triple the value pala of this. So all of the other stuff, so delving into the different stuff dito, no? Kasi pahapyaw lang natin ako to because it was really for just an hour. Actually, dapat 1 hour lang na class or course. We'll be discussing everything, brand audits, finding yung unique selling proposition nyo, which hindi ko masyadong na-explain talaga how. All of these things, the graphics, no, I diba explained yung different ways, but how to go about doing them, explain namin. We will also have a part on marketing automation. What are the tools and tips na kailangan? So all of these things, more value pa, more lessons to be learned. If you want to learn about marketing, so everyone from this class, or whoever listened to this class, will receive a 10% discount.
Yes.
For the so you can check out the course here at bit.ly. Yan, MFNM1. So the details of the course are here.
Okay.
And then if you want to receive the code, just fill out bit.ly/marketing for non-marketers. Tapos I will email you the code for this group or for those who have listened to this.
Okay. We have a few questions. Do you certify? Are you going to certify this course?
Certified people will give out certificates.
Okay.
For this
and this is an online course, so this is an online webinar.
Yes, it's an online course. Correct.
So
it's teachable siya.
Uh-oh.
So it's
I love
online,
teachable.
Yes, I know. Online.manilaworkshops.com. So you can check out yung course doon. So this is it basically.
And another question, do you offer complete digital marketing course daw?
Yes, yun. Yun yung complete. Yun yung complete. We'll also have bonuses na hindi ko pa nalalagay here kasi on each strategy. So magkakaroon kami ng at least a few minutes on each strategy na wala pa dito sa course outline, but it's a bonus for everyone who will sign up.
Okay.
So we'll discuss.
Do we have the price na daw? How much daw? Nako, meron nang natanong agad.
Yes, sige. Wait. Let me go na lang kaya to the course. It's $79 for early bird. $79. Wait, so that's around $39, I think. Yeah, here. I'll go to it na lang. So there. So this is the course. So early bird rate will be until nandito yung curriculum. You can browse through it then. Nandito rin yung FAQs. So early bird rate is until November 15. So this is at $79. And then yung regular rate niya starts November 16, which is $99. Pero the 10% that I will give you is off this early bird rate. So around minus pa yan ng 10%, so around in peso, possibly 3,500 something.
Okay.
3,550. Yes.
Okay. Good.
So, and for those naman who really want na mag-guide namin sila, we also have this option with a 1 hour and a half online course, online coaching session yan with us, kami ni EJ. So but kailangan kasi for this, you need to do yung assignments dun sa full course so that we can discuss yung strategies ninyo and how to implement and ano yung feedback namin on your marketing plan.
Yes.
There. So at the end of the session, you will be able to have your own marketing plan talaga, which you will forever have. And you will tweak as you go along. Syempre, hindi naman nagbabago yan just like any business plan. But at least you will have the basic, you will have it already, and then you will iterate.
Lifetime access ang guys, teachable, right?
Yes, lifetime. So, lifetime access yan.
So, pwede nyo balik-balikan and you can learn in your own pace.
Ayan, Ayan. How does lifetime access sound? Diba?
Tama.
So there.
Kukuha kami niya ni Lay. Lay, alam mo na kunin mo yung 10% discount.
Yes. Bibigyan ko sa group nyo. Or dito, sa mga nakinig po sa atin today.
Okay. So, that's the end of your slide na. The slides and the template, correct? Okay.
Yup.
Oh, yun. So, just a few announcements before you all go. Huwag niyo muna kami iwan. In November 24, we will have an event in Laguna. That's a Friday. Friday siya. It's a full-blown, full-day event in Laguna. It's level up your freelance career. Ginger will be there. Our speakers will be John Pagulayan, Liberty Baldovino, Nix Iniego, with the panelists Ginger, Marvin, tsaka si Roel Austria of POP. So we will announce more information sa group. Please like our page as well to get the notifications. So para malaman nyo kung ano pang meron because sobrang bongga nung outline. If I may say so myself. Yon. So, this is in Laguna, guys. Calamba, Laguna. So, if you are in Laguna, if you know someone in Laguna, especially yung mga freelancers doon, you think that stuck kayo sa career nyo, you want to charge more, you want to do more, pero alam mo yon, yung may ganun sa ating mga freelancers. Hindi natin alam kung paano pa itaas. If you learned anything from this webinar from Ginger is that there is always more space for growth. Okay?
Yes.
Yun. Kung mga market natin siya. So we'll do all that and yun. So that's gonna be our speakers and our panel. And okay, so supposedly gagawin ko sa Q&A. Wala nang questions, guys. Wala na ba? Okay. Yun. So, thank you! Tapos na! Grabe, nabot tayong 2 hours, Jidge.
Oo nga, natagalan.
Grabe, pero ang ganda kasi, hindi ko nga napansin nung nakita ko na lang, huy, nag-webinar pa rin kayo? Ano oras ba?
You're welcome, guys.
Nag-enjoy kami. Sana guys, pinatutunan talaga kayo because this is really, really, really helpful. So,
Yes.
do you have any last things that you want to?
Ano pa ba? Wala naman na.
Okay.
Basta if ever you have questions, feel free to message me on Facebook or Instagram na lang. You can add me on Instagram at Ginger Arboleda and then message me there kasi doon ako nag-chat ng or Messenger, pwede rin, Facebook Messenger.
Okay. So, guys, thank you all for joining us tonight, especially to our guest Ginger na inabot po kami ng 2 hours and for doing this for free, guys, for the community. I was marveling earlier, sabi ko, oh my god, if I had paid for this is like top thousands for free and you're very busy, siningit niya tayo sa schedule niya. So please check out Mommy Ginger on Facebook, just search Mommy Ginger and di man natatanong, website po is mommyginger.com. And with that said, please like our page as well. It's Pinoy Home-Based Mastermind on Facebook. And leave us a rating if you ever find this helpful. It will help us reach more people, guys, and give them support in their home-based journeys. So before we all say goodbye or good night, just a reminder to always be kind to one another. Always be kind to one another, guys, in everything that you say, in everything that you do. And most especially, be kind to yourselves. So, thank you! Clap, clap!
Yay! Thanks, guys! Good night!
Good night! Ay, wait. Ayun. Okay, stop. Bye-bye, guys! Oo, sige. You're welcome! O-overload daw sila. My goodness.